Hello, my lovely ladies and ladies. Hope you all are doing well and fine. So this is going to be a new message regards to this abandonment. All right. So let's get right into it. Security. So, what's the message is here today? Now so here's the message. With this abandonment of the whole human race, what will happen from now is that from now on, the whole human race, you will be forced to speak truth, think truth, and live truth. Yeah, that's the message. So you're going to be forced to speak, think, and live truth. And how it's going to be implemented is in a way where, this abandonment is anyways, it's going to depend on the level of what pilgrim you are in. Okay, the person who has done the most wrong in its life will suffer the most through this abandonment. All right, so it depends on your pilgrim, where do you reside, all right, on different levels. And the thing is, if you don't speak truth, think truth, and live truth, abide by this abandonment happening with the human race, if you don't, you will be felt sick. You will feel sick. Now here's the twist over here. First, when you don't used to think truth or speak truth or live truth, nothing was happening to you, right? Everything was fine and you used to get no repercussions, right? Okay. Now, with this abandonment coming upon you, onto the human race, now if you don't speak truth, think truth, or live truth, you are going to feel sick, and instantly, in a manner, if you are somebody who is not in a habit of speaking truth, not in a habit of thinking truth, not in a habit of living truth, so with this abandonment, truth will be going to imposed onto you. And if you try to fight with that, if you try to fight with that within your body, all right, so if you try to fight now, it will make you sick. It's not going to be like before anymore. Okay? Things are changing now. All right? Things are changing. Okay? So what's going to happen is, you can't force your own personal nature against this system, against this abandonment system. You can't force, you won't be able to force it anymore. Let me be clear that way. Of course, you will try, you would want to lie, you would want to do, you would want to do fraud, you want to think fraud, you want to speak fraud, you would want to be fraud. Of course, you would want to be able to doing that, but now with this abandonment, you won't be able to. Now, if you'll do that, any evil thing you would try to do, you instantly gonna get sick. Now here, source is not playing, okay? Now source want things to happen fast. Now source is not going to give you time for years to learn, understand, go through the journey. Now source is not taking any time. It's going to be instant. It will be imposed onto you. Truth will be imposed onto you. Truth will be forced onto you. If you don't go with it, you will left sick. You will gonna feel sickness in your body. You will gonna feel sickness here, okay? If you not stand and not go through, if you do not abide by this system, by this new system, abandonment system, if you do not abide by that, from now on, you're gonna feel dropped and feel sick. Now, why you would be feeling sick is that with this abandonment, source is taking its power back. So you will be having limited source. So source, how does source work? Source works by the truth. And if you are somebody who does not abide by the truth, so source will go against you. That means you are not in support of the source. All right? Yeah. So now, if you're not in support, if you're not in support of the source, okay, with this abandonment, if you're not in support of the source, with this abandonment, you will be having limited source. And who is keeping you functioning? The source, right? Who is keeping your breath going? The source, right? So now if you do something evil, you will speak evil, think evil, or live evil, and deliberately you would want to go against the source, and yeah, so you will instantly will be feeling sick. That's why it's being forced onto you, it's being imposed onto you to speak truth, to think truth, and to live truth. Because now the source wants you going fast. Do it fast, okay? Nobody is waiting for your limmy cry anymore. You have to do the work fast, okay? To understand this better, you can also watch my previous mentioning that which was about the source is going to kick asses now. So you can watch that to get it more clearly, but I have made it across as much as clear as I could be with this, okay? So that's the message here. So now things are going to be getting really real in a very real manner for the human race, right? So that's the message. And with this security, That's what it speaks. That now your security, yeah? Now your security depends on the, only depends on human merit, on speaking truth, thinking truth, and living truth. And I'm telling you already, you yourself, you're not going to speak truth or live truth or think truth. You will not do it. It's going to be forced. It's going to be imposed. Only you're going to get the reverse effect of it only when you would go against it. Because if you go against the truth now, that means you're going against the source. Okay? So, and source is something who has your breath in its hand. So, if you go against it, you will feel sick. Okay? I hope you got the message, right? So, that's how it's intertwined. So that's going to be the message for you guys. So that's the message going to be for you now. All right. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.